Guys, we'll start in a few minutes. Till that time, like you can ask any doubts if you have from the last webinar also.
Jay, you can share your screen now.
Okay. Is it visible? Can somebody confirm?
Yes.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. Then we'll start. Anyway, it's recap for the. Okay, let's start. Anyway, we are doing recap, so like when people join, like they won't miss much. Yeah, let's recap a bit before. Let's do a recap of webinar 2. So in webinar 2, we discussed about stability. That's longitudinal static stability. I hope you remember this graph. That's movement and angle of attack. I'm not gonna explain it again. Just make sure you keep these things in mind because we'll use them extensively here. Tail volume ratio and like vertical tail volume ratio, horizontal tail volume ratio. And also I mean, I'll just revise the concept of tail heavy and nose heavy thing. So if your CG is too much towards the nose and like the lift is negative at equilibrium, then you have a nose heavy plane. And if your CG is behind the neutral point, then you have a tail heavy plane. That means it's not stable. Your CG should be in the region, in the sweet spot between them. So yeah, now let's start with our main objective of today's lecture. That's guided trajectory. If there are any more terms which are like matching with webinar 2, I'll explain on the way, so don't worry. Okay, so before actually going with your glider design, you need to make sure what things like you need to maximize and what's exactly your mission parameter and all those things. So glider trajectory as a whole is pretty complex, but let's first start our analysis with the end of the like last part, you can say, of the trajectory, which is like glider descent. Like you can have a look at it here. That's how it will look. And so basically, what exactly is a glider descent? By the way, terms I need to note down. This is the CG. This is the how the lift will look like, and gamma is the angle of descent. These things like why it is like this and all those things I'll explain after this part. So the good one, I mean, one thing which we are very lucky about is like for glider descent, you do not, I mean, need to do a separate analysis. It is just plain without an engine, And we already know a lot about RC planes, right? We know that like how the forces looks like in RC planes, and we can do a basic analysis pretty easily. Just to prove my point, why this is true, let me give an example of a Gimli glider. I mean, that's a Boeing plane. I mean, Boeing plane which took off from Canada. So the thing was, the pilots were supposed to load 2200 kilogram of fuel, and due to the mismatch of communication or something like mismatch of units, they loaded 2200 uh, lb of fuel, and that, I mean, that resulted like it's like half of the actual capacity required for the journey, and due to which, like, for obvious reasons, the motor, I mean, their engines failed, and basically it was a plane without engine. Now, I mean, it was like a lot of things happened and all those things, but basically the net thing was they calculated the glider descent trajectory, and with that they estimated where they will land. They slowed down using weird like maneuvers and all those things. So you can have a look in the link and how exactly and what happened. I mean, there was a lot of things involved. Like the area where they landed, racing was going on, and how they like countered all those things. But yeah, so the main thing about it was okay, plane minus and I mean, our glider can be easily modeled like by taking thrust as 0 and doing simple force balance in steady state. We already know what the like forces look like in for our RC plane. There's like lift, weight, drag, and thrust. So for our case, just making thrust is equal to 0 should work. So in this case, you make thrust is equal to 0 and assume that gamma is pretty small. Now make gamma is, by the way, angle of descent. We are assuming it's like a linear descent, and this is weight, this is lift. So this is how the equations would look like. Now you have to solve. I mean, just like rearrange the terms a bit. Like we just multiply v on the both sides, you'll get this. Sine gamma is like w sine gamma is d and all those things. With these approximations, you'll get v is equal to, I mean, this is the basic lift equation. Just keep that in this equation in mind. It will help you later. I'll point out where. And keep this thing in mind, VD. We'll just discuss more about VD. VD is basically the dH by dt term, negative dH by dt term. So this is how the final equation looks like. The thing is, you need negative dH by dt because the height is decreasing. Now, what are the things you have in your control? You have velocity in your control. I mean, that's how your glider launch mechanism works, right? And the launch angle in your control. Now you need to make sure that you launch your glider in such a way that your height is maximum, and your dH by dt, which is negative dH by dt, is minimum. Why is that? I mean, for obvious reasons. Why and how to achieve this? You have to do this experimentally, as there's no like straightforward way to do it. I mean, you can start from a projectile approximation before the glider descent model, but that's, I mean, not even close to what exactly happens. Keep this equation in mind. Like I'll state again, like this will come in handy in the glider design part, where we will try to maximize this term for the airfoil. Now, how to proceed further? Like we definitely do not have the equation before the glider descent, because like it's pretty complex equation, and I mean, if you really want to solve it, you need to make a state equation, feed it into MATLAB, that will spit out the solution. But that's not recommended here. That's a bit too, I mean, theoretical. What you can do is you can experiment how which configuration gives you the most height and least descent rate. Yeah. So now with that done, let us go to the part of glider design. Now, obviously, what we will start with? We'll start with weight. Now, how will you get the first estimate of your weight? Because you do not have anything with you. So here, my recommendation is you just take your materials, or I mean, you take your materials required. Think about the maximum that could be possibly required, and weight, and just add it up. Start with that weight because that will have enough safety assumptions, and like that's a for good start for it. Now, W by S for your glider, you need to basically it needs to be small. And why is that? Yes, dH by dt is dependent on W by S. Now, smaller the W by S, smaller this term is. So, by the way, smaller dH by dt leads to smaller endurance. Like, I mean, I hope that's obvious, right? Yeah. So also you cannot reduce it. I mean, make it too small, because basically area contributes to weight itself. So that's not a very easy thing to do. For glider, typical wing loading is 31 gram per decameter square. I mean, if you can also estimate it to be a slightly lower number. Don't go too low. Yeah. So take this, you'll get the wing area. Now, before I proceed, because after that the equations will correspond to the stuff which we have done earlier. Let me ask any doubts. Are there any doubts up till this part? I'll have to chat somewhere.
तनी अभी देखना ही थी, देख ले, मेरे को पढ़ना है यार आज भयंकर। 6-7 घंटे पढ़ूंगा, जब होगा कुछ काम है इसकी।
Analyst, could you please mute the person? I guess he unmuted by mistake. Does anyone have any doubts regarding this? I mean, what we did up till now, this dH by dt thing, manipulations, and why we need W by S, low W by S, and all those things.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, it's about the design itself. So, सर मैं थोड़ा सा पढ़ रहा था कि ड्रैग का वेलोसिटी के साथ क्या रिलेशन होता है, और आपने लास्ट वीडियो में बताया भी था. सो सर, जब हम लोग कैटापुल्ट से अपने ग्लाइडर को लॉन्च करेंगे, इन दैट फेज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द ग्लाइडर विल बी मैक्सिमम, एंड देन इट विल स्लोली स्लो डाउन ड्यू टू एयर रेजिस्टेंस एंड ड्यू टू द पुल ऑफ ग्रेविटी व्हाइल इट इज गोइंग अप. तो सर, उस फेज में अगर मेरा एक नॉर्मल ग्लाइडर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है जहाँ पे उसके विंग्स फुली एक्सटेंडेड हैं, मतलब जैसे नॉर्मली होता है, तो उसकी वजह से वो काफ़ी ड्रैग एनकाउंटर करेगा, और वो उतनी हाइट नहीं ले पाएगा, उतनी ज़्यादा हाइट पर नहीं जा पाएगा कंपेयर टू दैट अगर मैं उसके विंग को, अगर मैं ऐसा कोई मैकेनिज्म बनाऊं जिससे उसके विंग क्लोज हो जब वो अपने एसेंट स्टेज पर है, जब वो ऊपर जा रहा है ड्यू टू द फोर्स ऑफ कैटापुल्ट, एंड उसके बाद एयर रेजिस्टेंस के एब्सेंस में उसके विंग अपनी आप अनफ्लर कर जाएं या फिर थोड़े से ओपन हो जाए, ताकि वो लिफ्ट मैक्सिमाइज कर रहे हैं एंड जो एसेंट वाली स्टेज है उसमें ड्रैग रिड्यूस कर रहे हैं. सर, एक्चुअली मैंने इससे पहले पूछा था कि मतलब मैंने मैसेज किया था टू समवन फ्रॉम द एरो क्लब ओनली, तो उन्होंने कहा था कि ग्लाइडर में कोई मूविंग पार्ट्स अलाउड नहीं है. तो इस तरीके का कोई मैकेनिज्म मैं बना सकता हूँ, या फिर आई जस्ट हैव टू गो विद द कन्वेंशनल डिजाइन?
Like glider में, I mean, will it be non-electrical?
Yeah, it non-electrical.
Only mechanical?
Yeah, rubbers and all. So rubbers and springs all.
Okay, like let me verify it with the authorities. I mean, it should be like fair for everyone, na? So I'll verify it once. If it
Yeah,
is
sure.
okay with, but it seems okay if it's no electrical stuff. But still, if they are telling like there are no, I mean, moving parts in the glider, so I don't think you could do it. Your idea is right, कि velocity कम हो जाएगी and all those things, but I need to verify it a bit.
Oh, okay, sir.
Or कोई doubts?
Jay, I would like to add to something that Aether said. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, won't it add to the weight of your glider? All the extra mechanism that you're gonna use?
Yes, sir, it would, but the mechanism that I am planning to put would, मतलब जो weight, उसके added weight की वजह से जो disadvantage हो रहा है, that will be outweighed by the advantage that it is providing to me in the height that it gains.
Will it?
सर अगर हाँ सर,
Will it give you that advantage?
That will be the purpose of how I design it. अभी मैंने
Okay,
इतना
okay.
सोचा नहीं, मैं इसलिए कंफर्म करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. मतलब आइडिया सर ये है कि एंड्योरेंस के लिए ट्रैजेक्टरी ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि मतलब अगर हमें रेंज मैक्सिमाइज करनी है तो मैं अपने ग्लाइडर को सीधा फेंकने की कोशिश करूंगा, बट अगर मुझे एंड्योरेंस मैक्सिमाइज करना है तो मेरा आइडिया ये है कि फर्स्ट इट विल गो टू अ हाइट, देन इट विल सर्कल बैक अराउंड, ताकि वो भले बहुत दूर ना जाए बट काफी देर हवा में रहे. दैट इज द पर्पस, राइट? सो इसको इंश्योर करने के लिए मुझे उसे जितना हो सके उतना ऊपर भेजना है. and that will be a problem if my plane is generating very much drag in the ascent stage, because after all catapult में हम लोग सिर्फ मैकेनिकल चीजें यूज कर रहे हैं, तो वो मतलब जितना भी हम पुश करेंगे वो उससे एक नेगेटिव इफेक्ट ही आएगा, उसकी वेलोसिटी की वजह से एक्स्ट्रा ड्रैग आएगा. दैट वाज समथिंग दैट आई मतलब इस चीज को मैं ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करने की कोशिश कर रहा था.
Idea बढ़िया है Ether. I will have to give you that credit. Anyways, we'll see what the judges say or the authorities say.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Could I get your name? मतलब मेरे को WhatsApp करना पड़ेगा ना?
यस, आस्तिक श्रीवास्तव.
Sorry.
आस्तिक श्रीवास्तव, ASTIK.
Ask-
Yeah,
Okay.
Astik Srivastava from DT.
I'll get back to you on WhatsApp once I get the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Are there any other doubts regarding this? Okay. If there are no doubts, I'll move because next part is a slightly more complex thing. Yeah, now, okay, like these are, sorry, these are the easy parts also. Yeah, so we have the wing area. The next thing is you need to figure out is the aspect ratio. Now you need to make sure your aspect ratio is as high as possible. Also, you have the constraint of that 50 centimeter span thing. So yeah, make sure like you manage both of them. Okay. Now with that you have all like you have the length of the fuselage, that's 80% of the span, and then you will have the with that you have the like with I mean some estimate of movement arm, that's the distance between CG of the wing and AC of the tail. With those things you can easily find tail volume ratio and the area of the tail. You can with the area of the tail also you can assume some aspect ratios for the tail, that's also like pretty easily available on the net, some range of it, and with that you can design the tail. Yeah, with this you have a new thing. Now before moving on to the airfoil, I would like to point out that we started with a weight which was quite high, right? Like it was like we assumed it to be like all the materials which you could use and all those things. Now because of that, the wing which we designed was like supposed to support a higher weight, and because of that, like that extra area of the wing is causing the extra weight. Now we don't want that, right? We want to optimize our weight. So what we can do is we can use an weight iteration method. There are many weight iteration methods you can use, but like one, I'll give you an example. You can use any for your like that. For this weight iteration, I'm assuming W by S to be constant. Okay, so with that, we already have the new weight, right? I mean, if you could do it in many ways. You could like make a SolidWorks model of the design you just made. Then you can like reiterate it back to the first step. You'll get, I mean, after the new weight you'll get a new area. Use that area, like do this 2 to 3 times, and you'll get something more optimal than the what we have. Or you can get like make an estimate like how much the material, you can make a theoretical estimate using I mean densities and all those surface densities and all those things. Also you can try, I mean, if you are really interested in like making a lot many gliders, you can try making it using this setup weight and use the new weight, and try making one more using the optimized wing area. This step is important because like see the main thing of it is like reducing weight, right? That's the one way you will increase endurance. So make sure you follow these steps a bit more properly. I not listed that as a slide because it's an example, but yeah, make sure you do that. With that, now you need to rho is constant for sea level. Now what you need to ensure that you select an airfoil such that dH by dt, I mean CL by CD, CL raised by 3 by 2, I mean the CD by CL raised by 3 by 2 term is for a plane, but if you like optimize CL and CD for your CL, I mean CL raised by 3 by 2 by CD term for your airfoil, it automatically will affect your plane itself. So you need to make sure like while you are selecting your airfoil, you know, make sure this term is maximum. Like if you have 3 to 4 airfoils, you have the speed required, right? So in that speed range, what's the CL raised by 3 by 2 by CD, you can compare and select the airfoil which has the maximum. Yeah, so that's how you will select the airfoil. And finally, a few comments on construction technique. Before I move on the construction technique, I mean, I discussed a lot here. Okay, but I will take doubts after the construction technique. So construction technique, now I mentioned that you can use airfoil. So like, how will you shape your wings according to the airfoil? Now, if you're using Depron, it's not that easy to shape the wings according to the airfoil. You can I mean, the maximum you get is a Clark Y or one more, I mean, a few more examples you will get. I mean, few more airfoils you'll get. If you have limited number of airfoils which you could get like using Depron, then you compare only the ones you can get. But if you are using something like balsa wood or something like that, some material which is easily bendable, or you can give it a shape, then you can make these ribs and spars. So spars are basically this airfoil shapes, with the airfoil which you want to make. The skin will be wrapped around it so that your wing gets that shape, and the ribs is a support structure. One thing you need to make sure is you don't I mean, use a rib that's like carbon rod or something. I mean, carbon rod is pretty heavy. For a glider, your entire glider would weigh, I don't know, like 100 150 gram, and if you use a carbon rod, that itself weighs 50 gram easily. So yeah, that was a bit on construction techniques, like just a brief overview. Okay, like this is the last slide. Now, a few things like while you are designing your glider. Now, I mean, after this you can start constructing your glider. So make sure you give a dihedral, because like lateral stability is something which is not discussed in this webinar. I mean, it's a bit more advanced topic, and it really does not need any analysis. A decent dihedral of 1 to 2 degree will take it into account. So you have an extra roll stability with dihedral and all those things. So make sure you have a dihedral. I mean, I hope you know what a dihedral is. If not, you can ask me. I'll show you in the net or something. And also, if you still have any roll or yaw defects, I mean, if it's a roll, I mean, unwanted roll or yaw defects, you can trim a bit using bias control surface, as we had discussed in the last webinar also. Yeah, like this is all from our side. Even in the next webinar, we'll discuss a few doubts which you have that's on 23rd. If you, I mean, those doubts doubts from all the 3 webinars, so that's not an issue. But are there any doubts on what we covered up till now?
Oh, sir, can you please repeat one more time the criteria for selection of airfoil?
Yeah, I mean, should I repeat it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So basically, so you need to reduce the DL by dt, right?
Mhm.
Now WS is fixed because we have taken it. I mean, you have already wing weight and S cannot be changed using airfoil much. So
Yes,
that's a theoretical thing. So rho is 1.225. That's not going to change. So one thing you can change using airfoil is CL and CD. So
Mhm.
this is for a plane. I mean, the one which you have mentioned here, like it will have a 2D wing has an extra induced drag and all those things you need to take in account. But if you maximize CL raised by 3/2 by CD for your airfoil, I mean, the airfoil, which is the data you can easily get on any net, I mean, sites or something, for the velocity range which you are expecting a glider to fly. So like if you have 4 to 5 airfoils in mind, and there are many other also parameters like ease of construction and all those things. So, but the 4 to 5 airfoil, if you have in mind, if you want to select one of them, you can select using this criteria, which has the highest CL raised by 3/2 by CD.
Okay.
At that velocity range.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure, I mean, there's a criteria of CM also, but yeah, but usually this, I mean, one criteria is more than enough for now. Is that okay? Is that okay? Whoever asked it.
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Thank you. Is there a,
Hello, sir.
if there, yeah.
Sir, as per your design, so let me first introduce. I am Kanak Bondade, a aeronautical student. As per your design constraints, the glider and the catapult must be 100% mechanical. So we can't use electronic control surfaces in the glider. So trimming angle means somewhat trimming this.
No. Okay, I'll tell you. I think once I said that thing, controls of, okay. we cannot add electronical control surfaces. This is
Yeah, sir.
matlab you make aileron and you just bend it a bit, something like that,
Okay, sir.
to avoid roll. Yeah, unwanted roll.
Okay, sir.
Or like this was the question, right? I mean, did I cut you off or something?
Yeah, मीन्स आई नो कि वो नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन उसको ट्रिम वही पूछना था.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ट्रिमिंग कर सकते हो
या ओके.
क्योंकि लाइक सिमेट्रिक तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है ना, बिकॉज मटेरियल्स और वो सब भी है ना, तो तुम्हारे मटेरियल कंस्ट्रेंट में पॉसिबल नहीं है कि लाइक 100% सिमेट्रिक बनेगा. Okay, one question is there in the chat. If there is dihedral, then the wingspan would be measured tip to tip. We'll take projection. Tip to tip, yeah. I mean, you'll have 1 degree dihedral. Like it really won't make lot of difference. Like if you have very high dihedral, you're basically wasting your span. So you are just adding weight for no reason. Are there any other doubts?
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, can we make a 2-stage catapult? Means divide the flexion into 2 stages.
So what will be the difference?
Sir, means when we use a catapult, we directly shoot a glider into the air. But to gain the endurance or a higher flight time, it should attain highest altitude. And with the help of the wings, it will generate lift. So we can achieve it. But since it is 100% mechanical, so the जो velocity रहेंगी glider को shoot करने की, वो थोड़ी सी कम हो जाएंगी, और wings की वजह से drag भी increase होगा, तो air resistance भी ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. तो उसमें कोई और 2 स्टेज कर सकते क्या, मतलब उसको किसी और चीज पे शूट करके, मींस कैटापुल्ट और टो मैकेनिज्म उन दोनों को मिक्स कर सकते क्या? I hope you understand.
I'm not getting it, but like जितना मैं समझा, like catapult and one more mechanism, you are mixing it.
Yeah, tow mechanism. Means supporting like a bow and arrow system. Satellite means satellite में 2-stage system होता है. वो उसको ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स को वो ये करने के लिए रॉकेट का यूज करते हैं. फिर जब स्पेस में पहुंच जाता है तो रॉकेट डिटैच हो जाता है और स्पेस शटल स्पेस में फिर कंटिन्यू करता है आगे. तो ऐसा कुछ 2-stage system.
You can do all these things using just mechanical parts and only with one push of button.
Okay.
If you can, I don't mind. If you can, then that's an ingenious idea. But if you can manage all these things in just one push of button, keeping the entire mechanism in ground and no electronical components, then it's okay. Just mechanical.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, there was some questions in chat. Someone said about rubber powered glider. No, it's Harshit, right? Harshit, it's not a rubber powered glider. Astik, can you like say that again? It was Astik's question, right? Okay, maybe Astik is not there. So basically,
sorry, sir.
Astik, you had said something about this thing, na, opening the wing. It was so like, can you please explain that again? So Harshit is asking if it is a rubber powered glider.
No, not a rubber powered glider. Actually, what I'm planning to do is during the ascent stage of the glider, where it has to gain maximum altitude in order to maximize its endurance, I'm planning to collapse the wings, like sort of. मतलब जो विंग्स हैं मैं उनको फोल्ड करके बॉडी के पास लाना चाह रहा हूँ, ताकि जो ड्रैग मतलब उस टाइम पे वेलोसिटी सबसे मैक्सिमम होती है जब वो अपने कैटापुल्ट से छूटेगा. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू इज उस स्टेज में, क्योंकि मतलब ड्रैग इज स्क्वायर ऑफ वेलोसिटी, तो अगर मेरा एरिया काफी ज्यादा है तो वो ड्रैग काफी ज्यादा देगा, तो मैं अपने विंग्स को कोलैप्स करना चाहता हूँ टिल द टाइम इट रीचेस इट्स पेरिगी और इट्स हाईएस्ट पॉइंट, एंड उसके बाद द विंग्स विल अनफर्ल टू देयर फुल स्पैन, not by any electronical mechanism, but just by using springs and rubbers, mechanical instruments, and then it will glide down like a normal glider. So वो जो लॉन्च से लेकर के जो उसके हाईएस्ट पॉइंट तक पहुंचने की जो स्टेज है, मुझे उसमें अपने विंग्स को क्लोज रखना है और उसके बाद उनको फर्ल कर देना है या फिर अनफर्ल कर देना है एक तरीके से. तो आई वाज आस्किंग इफ दैट्स लीगल इन द कंपटीशन और नॉट.
Okay, Harshit, that was a question. So हाँ मतलब anyway we have to like discuss it because सब चारों मतलब पांचों regions के लिए legal होना चाहिए ना, तो वो भी discuss कर लेंगे, but it is not a powered glider.
No, it's not a power glider.
Okay, so are there any other doubts?
Yeah, I have a doubt. What is the expected endurance that you're expecting from like a glider on an average, just to get a rough idea?
So like when we did that in like using cardboard and all those things, I mean they were pretty heavy. We got some 20-30 seconds maximum, but we are expecting a lot more than that.
Expecting how
Like
much?
I mean, I can't give you the number, right? Like we got 20-30 seconds with cardboard gliders, so you can like expect that cardboard gliders are pretty heavy. It's, I mean, at least double you should try. I mean, that's a minimum you should be able to achieve.
Cardboard glider with airfoil or without?
Yeah, with airfoil. I mean, we followed this entire process which I told you.
Actually, sir, I had just one small doubt. Sir, to perform the aerodynamic analysis, like जो CL, CD, CL by CD, इन सब चीज़ों की जो calculation होती है, to do that I am using the software called XFLR, and मतलब I am sure many people would have heard about it. तो सर इसमें कुछ पैरामीटर्स होते हैं जो कि हम लोग विंग का बाद में सॉल्यूशन निकाल, मतलब हम लोग विंग को बाद में एनालाइज करने के लिए यूज करते हैं, लाइक फिक्स्ड लिफ्ट, फिक्स्ड एंगल ऑफ अटैक एंड फिक्स्ड वेलोसिटी. तो इनमें से इन तीनों में से कौन सा मेथड हमारे ग्लाइडर के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सबसे ज्यादा वैलिड होगा? मतलब हर एनालिसिस में
Okay.
डिफरेंट रिजल्ट्स आते हैं.
मेरे को like to be honest, I have not used XFLR that much. हम लोग हमेशा fixed ये velocity जाते थे जब भी मैंने यूज किया है. So but because I guess वही default है या something. But yeah, I am not sure अगर कोई एनालिसिस में, I mean if there are इतना डेप्थ में कोई आइडिया नहीं है. If you want मैं थोड़ा देख के अब बताता हूँ, like मैसेज कर दो WhatsApp पे. I have no idea about XFLR कितना डेप्थ में जाता है और वो सब.
एक्चुअली मैं भी इसमें फिक्स वेलोसिटी सोच रहा था, बट देन अगेन ड्यू टू ड्रैग एंड अदर फैक्टर्स द वेलोसिटी कैन नॉट बी टेकन एज वेलोसिटी कैन नॉट बी टेकन कांस्टेंट.
हाँ, but like you need CLCD parameters for fixed velocity वाला ना. I mean just a like given velocity ना. I mean जिस हम लोग जो एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं उसके लिए तो खाली वही चाहिए ना, like CLCD parameters only one point you need. This part. मतलब I don't see के, I mean अगर तुम और कहीं यूज कर रहे हो and then you need it, then I don't know, but इसमें तो मतलब anyway we are having at one velocity thing only ना.
Yeah.
Still I will check it once. मतलब मैं XFLR का उतना नहीं जानता हूँ, so I will check it once.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a certain doubt.
Yeah.
So, in the rules, I read that we have to keep the camera stationary while recording the flight, right?
Yeah.
So now, if for example we record the flight from a side angle, then if we focus the camera towards the launch mechanism, we won't be able to cover the complete flight unless we turn the camera. if we keep the camera behind the launcher or vertically opposite to that position, after some distance, we'll not be able to cover where it lands. So how do we solve that problem?
You can do one thing, एक तो like zoom out version for, I mean, there are various things you want to cover, na? You want to cover one thing is your entire flight.
Right. Also,
I mean,
we
that's
need
why
to
we are
cover.
asking you to make a glider launcher mechanism, na? That way for repeatability. So like how many times you repeated it won't really matter. I mean, matter much to your, it should not matter much to your like thing. So you can repeat the measurements, right? I mean, repeat it and do it at different angles and cover everything and give it to us.
Or we can just keep two cameras at different
Two
angles and
cameras, then
cover
that's not an issue. That's an issue. I was just like, if
Okay.
I thought you do not have it. So like, if there are constraints, you can do this.
Thank you, sir.
So any other doubts?
So वीडियो सब बना के वीडियोस सेंड करने के लास्ट डेट मींस ऐसा डेडलाइन कब
11th.
तक के
11th June.
What?
11 June.
Okay, sir.
What we'll do is we'll try to like जो authorities है ना जिन्होंने ये मतलब चारों sectors को handle कर रहे हैं, अगले में उनको मैं बुलाने का कोशिश करता हूँ. तो ये जो भी admin related तुम लोग का doubts है ना, कहाँ कैसे submit करना है, कब submit करना है, वो सब अगले webinar में we can try to cover. I'll try to bring them. I can't guarantee it, but हाँ.
So because I am from Nagpur और नागपुर में अभी इस recent में लॉकडाउन चल रहा है. Only essential shops are open. तो मैकेनिकल सिस्टम भी अगर हम लोग यूज करते हैं तो मैकेनिकल के लिए कुछ पार्ट्स लगते हैं जो हम लोग ना ऑनलाइन डिलीवरी अवेलेबल है ना, इसलिए तो दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज आस्किंग कि कितना.
No, it is not just Nagpur. Half of India is under lockdown.
I know, मतलब you have
But
like
in some
जितना
places it is open like that.
अभी जितना पॉसिबल है यू स्टार्ट डूइंग इट. और आई गेस मतलब ऑनलाइन जो भी आई मीन हम लोग लिस्ट प्रोवाइड किए थे राइट वेंडर्स ऑफ ऑनलाइन, तो देख लो कौन से वेंडर्स तुम लोग को डिलीवर करेंगे. नहीं होता
Okay,
है
sir.
देन वी लाइक विल हैव अ टॉक विद देम कि अगर लाइक सबमिशन में इश्यूज हो रहा है देन विल अगेन हैव अ टॉक विद देम.
Okay, sir.
So are there any more doubts? ये सब डाउट्स एक्चुअली मतलब ठीक है, आई विल कंपाइल एंड सेंड इट टू सबको ही मेल कर दूंगा जो एडमिन रिलेटेड डाउट्स हैं. सो इट विल बी इजियर फॉर एवरीवन. Any other doubts? There are no doubts on chat. So if there are no more doubts, like we'll end it here. Thanks everyone for attending the Sanskar. Don't forget to switch off the recording. So thanks everyone for